Raspy Voice Kids in the building, ready to talk to you about some West Virginia football, West Virginia basketball, all kinds of things brewing this week. This past weekend wasn't so great, but we're going to talk about the good stuff. I Also Hate Pitt, a.k.a. Brandon Phoenix. I'm joined by my younger brother.
J.M. Fiend in the building. We're going to talk about basketball.
Let's talk about basketball. So, if you maybe didn't see it, you missed it, West Virginia is now the RVK Invitational champions, brought back the trophy from Walt Disney World in a stunning fashion, overcoming a double-digit deficit without Sagaba Konate, with very little time left, with Javon Carter and Dr. Miles going off. Now, of course, everybody was super impressed with the way they played, but what to you, Jeremy, was the most impressive part of that game?
The win, brother. The win for 500 Stu. These two saved the weekend, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was on the edge. I was like, I'm done. Dungeons and Dragons, here I come. I'm done with sports. I'm done with West Virginia. I'm done with everything. I don't care if you say you hate me. I don't care. Bad fan, whatever. I was done. I'm so tired of losing on national television. And you know what? Javon, my dude Dax, and all them boys showed up and played ball. I'm telling you, what was like 7 minutes left? 7 minutes left. I seriously was getting all my feelings ready and like, okay, this is why I'm about to give it to you. And you know what? They balled out of control. And I love that Huggins made the switch to the 1-3-1.
Yes.
Cut down some stuff. These guys came out and started balling. They saved the entire weekend. It was a terrible, terrible weekend for so many reasons. Javon, Dax, and the rest of the boys, I appreciate you.
My favorite thing about that game was 31 for 35 from the free throw line.
Wow, yeah.
When's the last time Bobby Huggins has had a good free throw shooting team?
I don't know. Not here at West Virginia. I don't remember too many.
I can't remember the last time we had a good free throw shooting team. And the thing about that is, it wasn't just that we shot 31 of 35. That's impressive as it is. The last time we did that, I believe, was 1977. Do you know who was playing for the West Virginia Mountaineers in 1977?
The logo?
Bobby Huggins.
Oh, no, it's Bobby Huggins. I saw the article. My ball.
Bobby Huggins. He had 23 points in that game. That was the last time West Virginia made 31-plus free throws in a game. So 40 years before we replicate that, and we did it in the most important time. Now, of course, it's not March yet, but this was a tournament. You have a championship on the line. West Virginia is clutch. Not just making the free throws, but when they made the free throws.
Absolutely. I mean, like it's big time. We're sitting there, Disney World, Mickey looking at us. And we did it.
Dr. Miles made 10-plus free throws. I think he only missed one. And the reason that meant so much to me is because if you remember, last year when we imploded against Kansas in Allen Fieldhouse at Fog Allen, Dr. Miles missed free throws down the stretch. Important free throws that could have iced the game.
Absolutely. They all did.
But Dax is the one who jumps up to my mind. And for him
you talk about people getting better.
Yes.
That was my favorite thing. You want to see progression. You want to see from one year to the next something different. What we saw on Sunday night was Daxter hit free throw after free throw after free throw after free throw. Clutch. Sills did the ice veins. Daxter needed to be doing the ice veins. That's big time. And here's the thing. When you get in the tournament, that's when you win and lose. You get in the close games. You get down the stretch. It's who is made enough to make their free throws. And what I love so much is these guys have grown from last year. And we saw it on Sunday.
That's what I like, too. That's what I was looking at. Daxter Miles has matured. He's a 4-year starter, but there's still room for growth, and that was an area in his game that could be improved, and he was there.
Yep.
He hit important threes for us. Daxter Miles has been maligned by so many West Virginia fans, and I'm not going to front and act like I haven't complained about Daxter Miles. I have. Daxter Miles balled out of control and played a very important game, especially with so many Mountaineers in foul trouble. Javon Carter, another guy. Now, Javon Carter was Defensive Player of the Year last year. All first team, all Big 12 defense. I believe 3 years. 2 years already. Javon Carter is our leader, not just in talent, but also in effort and also in the emotional leader of our team. But he came out with foul trouble and he dictated the game. He dictated exactly how that game was going to be played with pressure, on the ball pressure.
That's what you call a leader.
He's a leader.
That's what leaders do. Point guards do. You talk about Daxter. Daxter, look, here's the thing. Problem with Daxter is he has no conscience. That's what kills us about Daxter. He has no conscience. Never seen a shot he doesn't like. You know what I love about Daxter? He has no conscience.
Yeah.
He comes up and he hits some free throws and he doesn't care because he's, I was going to say a dog. He's not a dog, but he is. He's just locked
tenacious.
in. The same thing to make you laugh, make you cry. Daxter came through on Sunday, and what I hope is that propels us for later games, the confidence down the stretch. We've been there, we've done it, we've seen it. Keep hitting the free throws. But
Wesley
continue
Harris,
on with,
yeah. Wesley Harris hit important free throws. He almost had a double-double. I think he had 9 points, 10 rebounds. Teddy Allen didn't play a whole lot, but you can see that he's got more offensive skill than almost every player on the team.
Do you remember, you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
He reminds me of Javon Carter. And what I mean is, I think he has better offenses than Javon does, but I feel like he doesn't have the athleticism. Like Javon and him both, they got quick feet, quick hands, but they're not going to.
They're not going to explode off the court anywhere.
And they're not going to dunk over you.
No.
What they are is part of basketball IQ, passion, hard work, in the gym, fight, not scared of anybody. He reminds me of Javon so much in the fact of he's not overly talented, but his will and his fight and his determination and his hard work. I think for years to come, we're going to be looking at Teddy Allen like he's the man. Like, he just knows how to fill up the cup.
He's not a physical specimen, but I think he has natural offensive talent. He just has an innate ability to put the ball in the bucket. That's what I noticed about Teddy Allen.
Yep.
And I think he's got to work on his effort. I saw some times where he did not get back like he needs to get back. The kind of thing that will get you pulled from the game when Bobby Huggins is coaching. But I think that will come. I think he'll learn how to be the kind of player that we need him to be as the year progresses. This team is really, really young. We're very mature at the guard position, very mature, but everywhere else we are very young. So there's a lot to look forward to. And like you said, I hope this propels us because this is the kind of thing that can give a team confidence. But being close with Marist, being down double digits to Missouri, let you know you're not everything. You're not the top 10 team that people thought you were going to be starting the season. There's still room to grow, but you have the confidence to know you can attain that growth with hard work and effort. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm telling you, I didn't think we were coming back, but I never gave up on it. I knew we could. I just didn't know that we were going to hit shots the way we did. I didn't know we were going to make free throws down the stretch like we did.
Real talk.
I'm just really glad that we did.
Real talk. I didn't give up on us either. But I did start getting really in myself and in my
Yeah.
I did start getting in my feelings. Like, I had my whole feelings. Like, oh, the football game. Now this. Now, why are we going to be... And I didn't say to nobody, but I did get my own feelings. But I kept watching, you know? I kept watching, and I kept thinking, if we do. And to I was honestly shocked. Them kids made us really proud. That three that Javon hit with 40 seconds left. Yeah, that's just big time. You can't teach that. Either you got it or you don't. You want it or you don't. He came up. He didn't pass the ball. There's a guy open. He decided he's taking a shot. That means the world. Javon, now, man.
We're talking about all this great stuff, but the thing I'm going to say that is frustrating, and it's not new to West Virginia basketball under Bobby Huggins, our offense has no flow. We don't have good spacing. We don't have great ball movement. We dribble too much. We really need to find direction offensively.
But you say that. I think that's part, and you're right, and you're correct, but part of that is we have no inside presence. Like, I heard them guys, I don't know if it was, I don't know who it was who was talking, who was calling the game. They kept saying, oh, Sags is inside. Well, you clearly don't know West Virginia basketball because Sags is not one of these Hakeem Olajuwon. He can make buckets inside.
Yeah, he's not scoring.
But he's not... He's not that guy who's going to demand the paint, like dominate the paint. So for me, you said we don't have an identity.
We don't have any flow on offense. Jeremy, it's like people don't know where they're supposed to be. I saw somebody, Herd Hater said that. Herd Hater said people don't know where they're supposed to be. People don't know who should shoot, how to shoot. It's really, Lamont West is to me one of the best examples. We know Lamont West is a great jump shooter, and he can't find any kind of rhythm. And I don't know what it's going to take. Bobby Huggins obviously is the head coach, and we all trust in him. But there has to be an adjustment offensively so that we can get flow, so that we can have a rhythm. We never have any rhythm in a half-court set. We just don't.
Never.
We get guys who make shots, people who can heat up. Beetle Bolden being one of them, Javon, Dax, and Lamont can shoot. Teddy Allen can get buckets, but there is no flow. There's
I
no
agree.
flow. There's no rhythm, and it's frustrating to watch. And it's going to cost us some games unless we can figure it out quickly. Now, fortunately, we have NJIT coming up. And this is the NJIT team that beat Michigan a few years ago in that huge upset when Michigan was ranked number 16. But they're not the same team as that team. They got the same name. They're not the same team. They've been beaten by almost 30 points more than once already going into the season, and not by juggernauts. One time they lost by 31 to Army, I believe.
No. Don't sleep on Army, though.
So we should have no trouble beating NJIT tonight. That said, it's something we got to figure out. Hopefully we can figure that out in these games against NJIT, against these other teams that aren't very good. Because we don't have very long until we play Pitt on December the 9th. And I know Pitt is garbage, but we better not lose to Pitt. That game better not be close. It better be a destruction of epic levels and proportions when we get into Pittsburgh and we play against those Panthers. If you know me, you know I also hate Pitt. No matter who I am, no matter what I do, no matter how you identify me, remember that I also hate Pitt.
Show them the shirt, son. Show them the shirt.
Oh, I got the shirt. I also hate Pitt. Hit us up if you want one. I also hate Pitt. Raspy Voice Kids got the state. Where is it? Right here. We'll get you one. If you want one, holler at us, rvk.bigcartel.com. That said, we have to beat their brakes off.
We do, but we also have the Cavaliers before that on Tuesday. They come into the Coliseum, man. We're going to be ready. They're what, number 18 right now? I think they're number 18. Either way, the top 25.
Good team.
Yeah, they're a good team. And last time we played, you know what? I need to bring this up. And I will say it first. I was disheartened when we got beat by Texas A&M. Have you guys watched Texas A&M for the rest of the year?
Texas A&M
they beat
legit.
every team by 30 points. Look, I'm gonna throw up the pen not so fast. I got Texas A&M in my Final Four already. Them dudes are legit. Like I said, they're long, they're athletic, they got guards who are quick.
Yeah.
They are NBA players, NBA ready, big time ballers. Now this is the thing. We should have got beat like we should have. If we see them in the tournament, we can beat them. I'm just saying that loss, now looking back, that isn't as bad of a loss.
It's not that we lost, it's how we lost that I think everybody was frustrated with.
But every other team they've played for the entire, they beat every single team they've played since then.
It's not
by the same margin.
It's not just the margin though. It was the lack of effort. I felt there was a lack of effort. And I feel like a lot of fans feel the same way. It wasn't just that we got our butts whipped. We had a lack of effort. That is never excusable. That's never excusable.
Okay.
It's certainly not in the first game of the year. That's never excusable. Effort has nothing to do with talent, has nothing to do with DNA, has everything to do with heart. And I think that's what was frustrating.
I'm not trying to cut you off.
That's why this Missouri game and this RVK Invitational Championship is such a big deal, because you go from that performance to this perseverance.
Yep.
This heart of a champion, this will not quit, will not lose effort that we saw. So, again, we see progression, we see growth. And we're excited about it. So, as always, let's go Mountaineers. Let's go drink some beers.